Okay. So main story quest 6.2 expansion, which is the most recent one.
I am your father's brother's nephew's cousin's former roommate.
What's that make us?
Absolutely nothing.
Hype, 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 hype. Thank you for the subscription there, Ember. What's that? Put us now 13 months. And of course, timing it when you did. This is part of what's going to go up on YouTube. So, I'm getting out the beans. So 13 total months on the subscription. Thank you very much for that. Let me give my dropped a bean in my lap. I don't know where it went. That bean is now gone. Let me give the beans a mix here. I'm looking up. I can't see anything. Okay. Got the bean. There it is right there. I have not seen it yet. I don't know what color it is. I don't know what the flavor options are. And I'm running 3 for 3. I've had 3 good beans, 3 bad beans. So let's see what I've got now. Bad bean. Nasty bean. My first instinct, first thought on it was stinky socks. Oh. I'm gonna be tasting that all day too. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Got that out of our system. Oops. So that puts it now 4 nasty beans, 3 good beans. So let's just check in with our retainers here. Oh, nope. Still no axolotl. I'm checking in with this retainer, that Eastern Sea Pickle. That should be an axolotl. But it isn't, so we'll send her out on the same venture. Have her do this venture just to make money, really. She actually has nothing for sale. It's kind of rare, really. You see a... Yep. See, these run for 84. I'll just go straight 80. There we go. Get those selling. Yep. Actually, I've got a wind-up Ramza with me right now. Let's go ahead and change that. Got a small show, got a little crab. We got a case of the crab. Okay. Switch over to my summoner. My snazzy, dapper little guy here. There we go, my dapper potato. It's a Mr. Krabs. Okay, we gotta go to Razatan. So we'll go off to Razatan and get the main story quest started. Or continued, really. So honestly, I'm sitting here trying to think and remember what happened with the last bits of the main story quest, but I've been... Ooh. That's a nice look right there. An elegant mask of maiming. Late Allegan arm. I mean, it's a, yeah, late Allegan set. That is just a cool look right there. The wind up Runar right next to him. I mean, that's a... See, I put a dude... No, putting a dude inside the crystal, that was part of the Pandemonium storyline. That wasn't main story. Main story was, us getting ready to go to, the depleted, darkened, basically dead star, through the portal in the big pot thing, to look for his sister. Excellent timing. Just a moment ago, we received word from the Ironworks. They have completed their task, and they are on their way with the reinforced warding scales. Star pot. Yep, the big pot that has the portal closed between here and the Nether Realms, the Void. Similarly, our alchemists have also succeeded in creating an artificial atomos. All is in readiness for our journey to the Void. I have instructed our comrades to gather at the Great Work. Let us head there at once. So now we gotta go to the Great Work. Well, it's not a star pot, it's more... The pot is containing... Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use this, just 'cause I think there's gonna be a lot of teleporting today. The pot is containing the portal between here and the Void, so Void Scent can't come through. There you are, Tasselhoof. I present to you the fruits of the alchemist's labor, the artificial atomos. We've fought a bunch of the bigger versions of those. Though we have yet to put it to the proof, its aether is practically identical to that of the original. Truly a remarkable feat in so short a time. Aye, but our alchemists have outdone themselves yet again. Small wonder they are the pride of Razatan. They've been studying and researching basically previously forbidden knowledge to do all this. I would express my gratitude to Nidhana, but it appears she isn't here. She rushed off after bringing the Atomos to attend to a pressing task, but said she would return ere we set forth. Which should be shortly after our friends from the Ironworks arrive with the warding scales. The warding scales are we're gonna have on us to prevent the evilness of the Void from taking us over. Did someone say warding scales? Because it just so happens that we have them. Right on cue. 'Tis good to see you all again. But for the President himself to attend. Keen to bear witness to our little experiment, are you? You know I am. I was there at the Crystal Tower, lest you forget. I wouldn't miss this for the world. You don't mind if we come along and see you off, I hope. It's thanks to these three that we could finish the work so quickly. 'Twas my painstakingly collected data that made the reinforcement possible. The scales will last a good 10 years in the void with nary a hint of degradation. Yee. And Biggs and Wedge! As the ones who did the actual reinforcing, we guarantee their quality as well. They'll keep you safe. Wedge's little onion hairdo. But enough bragging. Here are the scales. With these, we can search for my sister without fear of corruption. I know not how to repay you. Don't mention it. Midgar Sommer came to our rescue in the rift. It's the least we can do to help his children. Thank you. Well, my friend, my only regret is that I won't be able to accompany you on the latest great adventure. Wait! Nidhana, is aught the matter? Before you depart, Your Excellency, there is something we wish to present to you. Will you please come with me? You would not delay us without good cause. Very well. Forgive me, my friends, but I require a moment. I know I'm starting to throw in accents. It's just kind of happening. I'm not trying to do it. It's just... I'm thinking back to the voices of these characters while they were being voice acted in cutscenes. And it's just kind of kicking in. He's certainly taking his time. What sort of grand present could take so long to receive? The kind that'll help him in the void, I presume. In that godforsaken place, he'll need all the help he can get. But you of all people ought to know that, eh?
My apologies for keeping you waiting. Vritra, I presume.
I got some knee pads, some gloves, a nice little sword. Oh, do you age up a bit?
Indeed. This vessel now serves as a host for my eye. I was aware that the alchemists were busy preparing something. But this...
So basically they gave his avatar an upgrade.
Such a perilous mission unprepared, Your Excellency. We spared no effort in crafting the body, and I dare say you'll find it adept at wielding weapons and magics both. 'Twas our intent to present
So basically
it
they
to
made
you
him a
sooner,
paladin.
but we could not bring ourselves to do so, knowing we could yet improve it further. Pray forgive us.
There is naught to forgive. I am grateful for this fine vessel, and shall put it to good use.
Nice shield.
Again, I ask that you watch over Azdaja in my absence. The dangers we go to face are great and many, and I fear I will be unable to give matters here due attention. And in opening the Void Gate, there is ever risk that Void Scent will find their way into our world.
Yeah, I'd say it's a good thing we've kind of stopped all the big bad guys from trying to do damage around here for now.
Rest assured, we are more than prepared.
They can handle a few void scent that sneak
Our
through.
soldiers have been training under Master Estinian. On my honor, we will not suffer a single fiend to pass. So, think only of your mission, Rashan. Ah, but seeing as this is a different body, perhaps
I was
we
just
should
thinking
use
that.
a different name.
Think they're gonna change his name?
Nay, Vashan shall suffice. Though I may have thus I am as ever a little brother to you all.
Okay. So he's just a bigger little brother.
As you say, as you say. Go then, Bashan. And best of luck.
So here we go.
I have something for you as well.
Oh, we get a new toy? Other than that, you know,
While you were
artificial
gone,
Atomos.
Urianger paid us a visit. As you may recall,
Okay.
he joined us on our foray into Azdaja's legacy, in part to conduct research for the Loperids. Research they were delighted to receive, and which has already inspired them to consider new ways to improve their own treasure vault.
Oh boy, which I've already had to go back and fix for him once.
As a token of their gratitude, Livingway entrusted a familiar relic to Urianger.
Ooh.
Aye, the crystal, which showed the way to Meteon.
Yeah.
The Loperids no longer have need of it, and thus saw fit to return it to us. Harboring the power of light, it could well aid us in our mission in the Void. And who better to bear Heidelin's gift than her
I was
chosen
about to say, that's
champion?
Heidelin's crystal right there. Well, are we ready?
If there is nothing left to discuss, then let us depart. Our boat awaits us in Akyali.
Okay, strap on your fanny packs, cinch up your Crocs, and let's go. Setrap and your fellows have already departed for the vault. Are you ready to set forth? Yes. Now here's keeping my fingers crossed I don't have to upgrade my gear any further to do any dungeons that may pop up. Aw, I was bopping. I want to say this is the only boss fight battlefield we see repeatedly without fighting on it.
In the name of Azdaja III, I cast open this door unto the void.
The ribbons disappear. Top opens up. There's the deep dark portal into the void. Now place the artificial Atomos. Attune it to the portal.
Go.
I'm guessing.
Absorb the Void Gate.
Or do whatever it is you gotta do. That's a lot of magical power being contained right there. But now it's a portal of a size that any of us can go through.
It worked. We should have no trouble passing through a gate of that size.
But neither should anything wanting to come through this way.
What can we expect to find after stepping through?
Darkness.
On my previous foray, I emerged in a castle swarming with void scent.
I think we've seen that
I was
castle.
hopelessly outnumbered and forced to turn back. But together, I am confident we can hold our own. Upon our arrival, let us deal with any hostile entities and secure the area.
Okay.
The command of our mission, I leave in your capable hands. In the event of battle, I shall adapt my tactics to complement your own.
So if I need you as warrior or paladin
Should
or
we require healing, I can provide
DPS
it.
or something, yep.
'Twould be a welcome change of pace from my recent havoc wreaking.
So we've got a tank, a healer.
Take heart, my friends, and have faith. We will brave this broken world and rescue my sister Azdaja.
Azdaja. Who's this dude? That's Vashon. He's the basically he was looking like the kid through the previous main story quest stuff. He was the kid. He's the basically the avatar for the dragon that is the ruler of this realm, ruler of this area. Actually, I'm not going to take any of you guys with me. We have a party of other players. Fell Court of Troia. Just want to see what the requirements on that are. Average item level 575, so I could have done this before doing the pandemonium stuff. So now, while we wait for that dungeon to pop, let's head to my island. Hey there, Bloodshard. How you doing today? But yeah, so the just as I just showed a little bit ago, the kid that's been the avatar for the dragon, the alchemists made him a new body to be more combat ready. Alrighty. And I found out why there's always a stack of AFK people right here. If you AFK on your island sanctuary, they boot you back to here. Like I said, my island sanctuary's gotten a couple of upgrades. So we now have, instead of the dirt paths when you first start, goes to woodline paths. Now I've got stone path. My cozy cabin is now level 3, basically. The granary and wood workshop right here are both level 2 now. Let's see what we got from here. So we got 46 seafarers, cowries, and some island experience. We really had, okay. My workshop's just coming off its day off, so they're just now getting to work on things. Let's see what my explorers have found. Ooh, the Mossy Mountains cruise got a good, fair set of copper ore, which is something I'm always low on. My pasture, I need to go out and capture some more critters, but the pasture's now basically level 3 in size. I'll go feed those guys here in a minute. View status of the crops. So, okay. I need to go water these. Looks like they're ready to be harvested, too. So... Ah, vaping at the new place. That's cool. I need to read through the documentation on having the mammoths take care of these plots to make sure that they actually water them too. Okay. Those are all watered. I'm not going to water these because I'm going to harvest these. I'm going to set up the mammoths to take care of these. We'll do one row of parsnips, one row of potatoes. So, Bloodshard, do you like the new place? Yeah, you have to make, when you reach a high enough sanctuary rank, you can craft, not the builders, these tools. And then you can have the mammoths automatically take care of plots and, animals for you. Trusted Gardener, I'm gonna have you do some, I'll do 5 Popadoe. I'm gonna need to go grab some more of those. Three, 4, 5. And then parsnips. Okay, they're showing us fully watered. Okay. Okay, so now we got 5 each of the cabbages, pumpkins, popadoes, and parsnips all growing. Well, I'm gonna have to go get more popadoe sets out harvesting. And everybody's mood is kind of low, but they're also quite hungry. Popadoe, P-O-P-O-T-O. It's the game's versions of potatoes. Make some more premium feed. That'll give me 15. Yeah. So come along, feed all the aminals. Yep, got a chocobo in my pasture here. A couple of apkalus. Come on. Get fed. Some opos. Oh. And feed the opos. And we'll dungeon pop. Finish taking care of the animals after the dungeon run. No, those are all... There's some wild out on the island, but the animals you just saw me feeding are ones in my pasture. So when I'm done feeding them all, I'll go through and harvest their, they call it leavings, but it's, you know, fur, wool, milk, egg stuff. Here we go. Going through that void scent portal. That's dark and ominous. No, I don't want to crash into the black glowy rock thing. The Fell Court of Troia. Of course, in a couple of MSQ, previous MSQ cutscenes, we saw a big guy talking with some elemental folks. I'm thinking that might be who we encounter here. Gotta move. As I gotta keep reminding myself it's Troian, so it's Trojan. It's not Trojan. Trojan sentries, Trojan scavengers, completely different thing. Yeah. Because it's the castle Troia. Because you can't see the list of the enemies real well behind my head. But if you look at the top middle of the screen there, you can see that's the names of the bad guys. But my high school mascot was the Trojan. So that's, you know, that's where my mind tends to go first out of familiarity more than anything else. Okay. Just gonna get swarms of these things? Is that what we're fighting here? Yeah. Oh boy. these? How many waves of these things are there? Oh, quite a lot. One big head, okay. I do better with one target than many. Taking your mind to a school, yeah. Ring of Slaying. Greed that. And greed that. For my Reaper and Machinist. Yeah, I mean, it is a valid mascot, but there are certain leanings towards other adult-themed products that have a similar branding to them. But yes, very much necessary. And actually, given the rate of teen pregnancy at my high school, probably should have been used a bit more familiarly, a bit more frequently than actually was used in that around there. Treasure coffer. Troia Ring of Fending. Yeah, don't want it. Can I use it? Everybody get into position. Throw down my slipstream. And Bahamut nukes. Oh, I hate that laugh. Yeah. Troian choker offending. Well, it wasn't just the school's educational system. Guess you know, this Eye of Troia, I want to look away. Phoenix. slipstream on him again. And we beat him. They're too strong. Someone else can devour them. Let's see, Troian choker of aiming. Casting. I'll definitely cast it. I didn't even look at the item level to see if that would be an improvement. 595, yeah. So everything I have is 580s up to 590, so I think that would be an improvement over what I've got. Yeah, schools in general have never been real good with sex education. Because it's too awkward of a subject that many parents don't want to deal with it, but then they get upset and offended when the schools try to. So oh, now we're... Hey, guess what? The butlers didn't do it, because we killed them. I'll pass on the healing. The enemies was kind of drifting there a little bit. A couple of stewards left here. Those are big dudes. Very hefty claws on. Trapped in my own domain. No, I don't want to be eaten.
So the gate did open again and delivered the most mouth-watering morsels.
Oh. Okay. So one boss got slain and replaced with another. And the teaser boss just got absorbed.
I'm Scarmelion, Archfiend of Earth and First of Golbez's Circle.
Okay.
Such pleasure I will take in delivering you unto your graves.
So this is the first of the 4. open the fight with the searing light, so we all do extra damage.
Breathe deep of your death.
Okay. Oh, great. Walls falling away. That's encouraging. Okay, at least we don't fall off completely, we just get knocked back a bit. I'm sitting with my Dorito friend over here. Healer has a handy Dorito, so I'm going to be following it around as much as I can.
Protect me, my minion.
That was a big, bad, nasty attack that could have wiped us.
Stubborn mortal.
Yes, we are. We're very stubborn. Yay, I managed to hit the wall on that one without getting followed with the nasty stuff in the background. Okay. I'm guessing our downed Reaper there is not paying attention, AFK or something. So no, I've cast a Resurrect on him. He's still down.
Defeated by you.
Ouch! Yeah. So our Reaper is DCing. Got him. Got him, got him, got him, got him, got him, got him, got him. Now, are we expected to absorb all of that aether there for defeating you? But that wasn't too hard. Just makes me real nervous for the next ones. There we go. Trojan top of scouting. Got it. Okay. There we go. Exute. Aw, no commendations. Not that I expected any. But cutscene.
This Scarmalione, he knew the gate had opened.
Could probably sense it.
And not for the first time. He and his brethren must keep watch over the portal.
As we do ours, but to unflinchingly consume a fellow Voidsent. Like men, perhaps they form factions and fight amongst themselves.
The question is, what will the minions do?
The minions will go after bananas. That's what they do.
Your mistress is no more, and the one who consumed her we slew in turn. Do you still mean to try us?
We slew the master, so we are the new master.
I expect some Voidsent are more intelligent than others. Perhaps these ones simply do not understand our words.
Even beasts ought to understand strength.
There is much we do not know about Voidsent. If we are to survive their world, it would be wise to learn their ways.
Yeah. Proceed with caution and pick up what we can.
Sage advice, my friend. 'Tis reassuring to have one so experienced with us.
Always good to have an experienced potato around. Ooh. That needs to be a modded item for Minecraft. An experienced potato. You eat it, you fill up some hunger, and you get a little bonus experience with it too.
I am here, sister. Finally here. And I will find you. I swear it.
Buried memory. Sorry, just shutting off an alarm before it goes off. Stola. This castle should serve as a base of operations for now. Or we set our sights elsewhere. Let's see what there is to learn here. From this point onward, you will not encounter Aetherites for a while. Should you leave Troia Castle, you may return here via Weaver's Warding. Okay. Additionally, you may now enter the Fell Court of Troia with a party, yada yada yada. warding scale exhibits no change. It should be safe to remain here and begin our search. But whither now? I would sense Azdaja, were she remotely near, but there is nothing. Might you not call to her, let her know that you have come? Alas, this vessel is not capable of calling across vast distances. For that, I require my true form. And even were it possible, a dragon's call is borne upon aether. 'Tis liable to draw more void sent to us. I see. In any case, there's little exploration to be done while we are confined to this isolated isle. I propose we begin by learning what we can from the castle's occupants. An understanding of their ways may prove useful to our cause. Very well. Let's hope a few of them are capable of speech. Talk, 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 talk. Let's all remain vigilant while we go about our inquiries. We can reconvene afterwards. So there are no Aetherites in this world. I guess this is saying feral void scent. Probably not going to get a whole lot out of it. Grrr. Grrr. Creature snarls and glares at you. It is unlikely you will learn anything from it. It's kind of what I thought. Cannot see target. There we go. What enticing aether you have. Give me some! Give me some! Ah, if only I were stronger, I'd be able to eat you. That's a whole nother thing. Fine, fine. I'll find someone else to eat. Able to communicate this one? This one seems to think only of feeding. Better to take your inquiries elsewhere. Let's do forlorn and then we'll do fearful. Big spider creature person thing with crab claws. Okay. The mistress's eyes are beauteous, sublime. To bask in her gaze is bliss. But now she's gone. Never again will I feel her gaze. No mistress, no orders. What am I to do now? What am I to do now? The creature mutters endlessly to itself, not sparing you so much as a glance. I'm sorry my eyes aren't beauteous as your mistress's. My hat's much snazzier, though. I serve. I obey. Please don't eat me. I'm sorry, you're not my type. I'm more of a light meat. You know, I'm more of a poultry person than a whatever you are. A dragon? What's that? Does it taste good? I don't know anything about it. Don't know about anything. But the one we caught recently, they seem to know lots. We threw them in the dungeon, but clever ones are tasty. They might have been eaten already. All I can from this void scent. If you look in the dungeon, you may be able to find the clever one it mentioned. Yes, I wonder how time or perception of time passes here. It said recently, but recently was a day ago, a month ago, a century ago. You know, we don't know. I have nothing to share. While those I approached had no will to fight, neither were they capable of holding a conversation worth the name. My experience was much the same. Lower rung void scent tend to have lower intelligence, 'twould seem. A pity Scarmeglion is dead. He was talkative at least. What of you? Let's go to the dungeon. A clever void scent in the dungeon. That would be the area in which we emerged. Indeed. Let's take ourselves back there and find this void scent, preferably before its fellows make a meal of it. To the dungeon, then. That's not where I want to go. Where do I want to go? I just can't go down those stairs because it's red dots instead of blue dots. Really gonna make me run through this whole dungeon backwards? I mean, I can understand wanting to highlight the effort that you're... ooh, can I can. Can't fly here, but I can at least mount up and move faster. See, I can understand the desire to highlight the artwork and, you know, showcase, you know, the effort everybody put into making these dungeons. But again, to make me run the whole dungeon backwards for story is a bit much. Or is there another shortcut way to do this that I completely missed? If you're catching this on YouTube and you know of a shortcut way that I completely missed, feel free to let me know in the comments below. Troian Jailer. There's the Troian Manservant we just passed. Wardens, there's everybody. Hello, everybody. Oh, this is the dude. We saw him at the end of the Endwalker main story quests before the post-story stuff. And it's the Void Scent you see in the Reaper story quests. He's the Void Scent that merged with Gaius to make him a Reaper.
You are the Find.
The voice said the Find, but I'm reading the Friend. Yeah. Xenos, not Gaius. You're the Void Scent bound to Xenos.
I see it now. The bottomless darkness. The insatiable hunger. The aura was present when we faced him in Garlemald.
How did it come to be here?
When Xenos died, its connection to the source was severed. It was forced to return to the void.
Those hands covering the eyes.
Xenos.
Just something about him.
Yes, that was his name. And you are the Friend, are you not?
Yeah. I'd say rival. Obsessive target, maybe? I don't know that I would say friend. Don't put your weapons away just yet. Hydaelyn's crystal?
Is that Hydaelyn's crystal?
You saw it get given to me. Yes, it is. I just said that. Whoa. 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 Wait a minute. That's one of the Warriors of Light from the first. I think. No, that's somebody new.
But how? The light just now. Of course. And thus I am returned.
What do you mean, returned? Who are you?
I was once bound to the man named Xenos. His avatar, until you killed him.
Okay.
Avatar, as in the Void-sent servants of Reapers.
Yes, and I have one of my own.
In the name of his hunt, Xenos took up that traditional Garlean art.
The big blonde dude that we faced repeatedly through Stormblood and Endwalker. That we had a very very pivotal fight with at the very end of the Endwalker story quests.
And through it, he forged a covenant with a being of the void to lend him strength.
The guy, yeah, very obsessed with the hunt.
A curse, more like. He stole my power. There was no equity in the arrangement. My very essence was altered, twisted into a tool to serve his desires.
So does that mean my Void-sent avatar is like you?
Your previous appearance. This is your true form, then.
Perhaps, perhaps not. What does it matter?
Indeed, it doesn't. Regardless of your form, you are a void sent by nature. So answer me this. Are you our enemy too?
In this world, only a fool would attempt to devour a stronger being.
I'll take that as a no.
And though it was as an avatar, I lost to you once, I have no desire to lose again.
That's a definite no. Not an enemy.
Good enough for me.
For now.
Now, you will answer me a question.
Okay.
Xenos called you friend. That's what you are? A friend?
I said that a minute ago. Rival, target of obsession, not necessarily friend.
So, you're not a friend. Then... what is it? What is a friend?
Not somebody you obsessively hunt in order to prove your strength to yourself. That is not a friend. These folks are my friends. Watch for something else to appear out of here. Like that right there. That was not good. I think we just temporarily separated her from the darkness. As much as one might expect the unexpected, I doubt any of us could have foreseen this turn of events. She seems different from other Void-sent, at least those we've met. And the changes we witnessed, I suspect, is due to your crystal purging the excess darkness in her. Even so, she still harbors a great deal of darkness. I'm very keen to hear what she can tell us about herself and about her world. And we got some beef stroganoff. I can use that on my bard. So, I doubt you came to the dungeon by pure chance. What is it that you're after? We're looking for a Voidsent with whom we could converse, in the course of which we learn of you. We are visitors to this world, and know little and less of its workings and ways. We would be grateful if you could tell us about it, about yourself. So it's information you seek. What do you offer for it? We'll let you live. I beg your pardon? Voidsent do not give unless we stand to gain. If you desire something, you pay the price. That is the sole rule in this world you call the Void. That makes sense. Pray forgive our ignorance. But what would be acceptable as payment? I suspect that such coin as we carry has no value here. Voidsent crave one thing alone, Aether. In return for information, I offer you mine. Just not all of it, mind you. I still have need of my life. Very well. I will tell you no more than you can afford to pay. Then we have a bargain. If we're to talk about the Void, let us do so outside. Come with me. I mean, honestly, what better thing to ride through the darkness and depths of evil that are the Void than a nightmare? That's a big castle.
This is where I belong. My home. This endless darkness you call the Void.
As a storyteller, I see something coming. I'm going to make a prediction right now. That is Azdaja. Right there. She's not from the Void, but she absorbed a lot of the Void in her centuries here. And that's not what I wanted to do. I want to do it over here. If you want to see proof of that I'm a storyteller, there's the link to my books, and it's also in the description down below if you're watching this on YouTube.
There was once light here, and it shone its warmth upon creation. The lands were green and the seas were blue. Life flourished.
Then the Ashians came.
Before the war, the Contra Memoria.
The counter memory? The forgetting?
It must have been a terrible war indeed.
It shattered the balance, causing darkness to engulf the world. All life was transformed into monstrosities, Voidsent. We are the natural order now.
As light begat sin-eaters, darkness begat Voidsent.
The sun was driven from the sky as fleeting day yielded to endless night. In time, even land and sea lost their distinction. And though the spark of reason had died in us, driven by memory's shadow, we formed factions and carved out domains. This castle, for instance, its erstwhile lord must have abided in such a place once upon a time.
Until we beat the tar out of him.
If I may, the darkness in you is too much for any man to harbor. To my eyes, you are indeed a Voidsent. Yet your knowledge of the past and your demeanor mark you apart from your brethren. You are different. That much is plain. But in what way, I am unsure.
As you say, I am Voidsent, but only in part. The darkness touched my mother when the war had only just begun, when I was still in the womb.
She's a daywalker!
As a child, I looked like any other. But darkness coursed through me, and I ceased to age when I become a woman grown. But that was then. And now, I may as well be one in full.
Okay, so I'll admit I was wrong. That's not Azdaja.
I prey on the weak and serve the strong. I live to survive. Nothing more.
Forgive me. 'Twas not my intent to pry. I realize, too, that I have neglected to ask your name.
As we say mortal, you may call me Voidsent.
That is liable to cause confusion. If you are not averse, we would address you by your true name.
And call me what you will. I care not.
Then what is your true name? How are we supposed to call it? Call it your true name if you don't tell us what it is.
How about Zero?
We're gonna call her nothing. Yeah, that's flattering.
Meaning nothing. A name as fitting as any.
I just said that.
No, not nothing, but rather a beginning. For it remains to be seen what you will become to us.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
As I said, I care not. Zero, then.
I think it's a nice name.
A name is a string of sounds. Its meaning has no bearing on my nature.
No, but how we say the name
Well, Zero, while there is no
signifies a lot
end to the
of you.
questions we could ask, it is only fair that we tell you our purpose in coming here. We are searching for a dragon. One who came to your world long ago.
A dragon?
A dragon! A dragon! A dragon!
Yes. Azdaja is her name, and she is my sister. If you have any
There's
knowledge
that dark
of her,
cloud that appeared in the dungeon.
I beg you share it with us.
Watching. Oh, they gone.
Did you say something?
No.
I thought I heard a voice as well. The keening of void scent, perhaps.
Oh, somebody's watching you. Varshan, I must say, we are rather exposed here. Please, we should continue the conversation within the castle. The throne room is defensible. And given its few points of ingress, let us head back there. Moving wasn't part of the bargain. I'll comply, but I expect my payment promptly. You shall have it as soon as we've arrived. So we battled our way up through here. We had to walk back through to go to the dungeon. Now we're walking through again to go back to the throne room where this all started. Where we, you know, achieved our victory in the battle. I don't know if that's a deep drop or just a dark drop right there. It's a good thing it won't let me make it. Seat of the Foremost. So technically that makes it my throne. I sit on my throne as the ruler of this realm. Gotta do the cute doze off thing. Okay. I don't know why I just no heck, you know, I defeated the ruler of this castle. That makes it my castle now, so that is my throne. On proceeding, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. This should be required to participate in battle. Progress will be saved at certain points. If we're defeated, we'll be able to try again. Future battles associated with other quests or log out, the progress will be lost. Okay. Item level 620. I'll sink down to 620. Actually, wait, you know what? I want to. Aiming, scouting, casting. 600 down to 595. Dang it. My gloves are actually better than the ones I picked up from that dungeon. Okay, so my pants and boots. Let's see, pants, boots, ring, bracelet, and choker. So 5 pieces of the equipment, half the equipment that I'm wearing would have been improved in that dungeon. And I got a piece that didn't. So 50-50, okay. That's understandable that that one wasn't improved.
This place is as good as any. Let me have the ether now.
Okay.
Very well.
Uh-oh. Somebody's coming to try to steal the Aether. Wait a minute.
But I should miss my mark.
That fiend again? But we struck it down. Watched it die.
Fools. Death doesn't exist in this world. And I am free to return whensoever I please.
Death doesn't exist. Of course, in the first, the power of light, of passivity, prevents life from emerging in the empty. But in the 13th, the power of darkness, of activity, prevents life from finding rest, even should soul be separated from flesh.
So unless one's essence is absorbed by another, it is possible to return again and again.
Your ether. It is reminiscent of that creature's.
Oh boy.
My mouth waters at the memory.
You remember Azdaja.
I must devour you too. Yes, I must.
This is the boss that we just defeated a few minutes ago.
By my power, be reborn!
It's the big bad of the dungeon that's being big and bad again.
it's another death they want, I say we give it to them.
Okay, so who am I going to be fighting as? Where are you going?
If you could lend us a hand, we'd be much obliged.
That you would. But you already owe me a debt, and until you make good on it, I won't lift a finger. We'll speak after you've won. But know that if you lose, I'll help myself to your ether.
So you're getting the ether either way.
That a bothersome duty should deliver to me this lavish feast. Come, struggle with all
Oh,
your
classic Final Fantasy fight music right there.
that much richer and tastier.
Okay, fighting as me. Okay.
Soul in this domain curved. Feast upon their flesh.
The castle answers this call. We do well to break up this feast quickly.
Let's see these guests on their way.
Behold the power of the Archfiend of Earth!
He hastens their regeneration.
You cannot defeat that which cannot die.
Make a bet. I've done it before. There's also a couple of ancient elegant emperors that thought they couldn't die.
Struggle and slaughter on.
This bodes ill.
Our foe has too great an advantage.
We need to drag him out of this scoundrel feast. Stand together!
There's no end in sight.
Hey.
A retreat may be in order.
It appears to look like there's fewer and fewer minions each round, though.
When will you learn? No matter what You cannot hope to win.
You never know until you try, and I'm always happy to experiment.
If only there was some way we could have Zero draw the Aether of those guys as we defeat him, so that he can't resurrect them so immediately.
Zero! Is there no way to stop them from coming back?
There is, but I have no reason to share it with you.
You know, Zero, you do owe us for one thing. Your name. You'll have your promised ether, but we are owed compensation for your name.
We gave you a name, you give us the information we want.
A
That
name
works.
for which I did not ask. But that I nevertheless did accept.
Oh, here she goes. She's going into badass mode. Oh!
They've been crystallized.
Well now, that's quite the trick.
So that Scarmiglione there can't absorb the Aether to redistribute it back to the bodies for them.
Satisfied?
Completely.
Come, my friends. With Zero's aid, we can defeat him.
So here we go. We're going to crystallize him.
What is this? What have you done?
Now that I think on it, you owe me a debt as well.
She's going after his Aether.
You may have missed your mark, but I won't miss mine.
Are we going to fight as her now? Are we going to fight as ourselves and just trigger something? Okay, here we go.
However, a debt is a debt. I will repay it here and now.
She can turn voices into crystal.
What is this power?
You assemble before my truth strength.
Attend to the minions first.
Can't target the minions.
That's far enough.
Reinforcements!
Will hurt.
Stop getting pissy and just die already.
Cannot win without Zero. He must help us.
Another debt to repay.
Yeah, the same puts in the shackles, so now there's something else she owes us. Kill us all yourself. Haven't you been trying to do that? Failing miserably?
Very well. Let us return the favor.
Loot at him. I've got 15%.
We must stop him now!
Everything you've got.
I have been. I'd love to do a limit break if I could. Got him. But I cannot. I will not lose. You lost. I want to do that with my Reaper.
Fools! Do not think you have defeated me. I will return again and again. What? My flesh? Why won't it heal? What is the meaning of this? To seal ether in crystal.
Yep, she's got a power.
Memoria.
Num 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 nums.
How?
16 dozen cookies. That's not bad.
Have this power. Death has no place in this world. We are beyond it. And yet, Lord Golbez, you have sent me to my doom.
Golbez, I'm guessing that's the big bad dude we saw on the throne
You and
earlier.
your wretched flattery, and this abominable fate.
It's a pretty shiny purple crystal too. They're not really dead per se. They're just very long-term preserved. Echo? Here? Now? I would have thought the power of the Echo would have been lost with Heidelin. But there's Golbez.
You are welcome, seekers of might. I, Golbez, have called you hither. I, who would see us triumph in the coming crusade.
Fox is nomming on the cookies.
That I may entrust you with command of our armies.
Yes, but what of the promised gift? In exchange for our loyalty, we are to feast on the finest ether.
Yeah.
And so you shall, for if you are to serve me, you must be strong.
Then honor the pact and pray we are not disappointed.
Very well. Behold.
Oh no. Azdaja.
The fiery wings, the savage horns. It pulses with life. Such vibrant ether.
Hydrate, okay.
This magnificent creature could only come from beyond the veil.
Indeed. Feast, my friends. Feast and arise as my 4 arch-fiends.
See, earth, air, wind, and water.
As they are now, they can consume but a fraction of the dragon's ether. Just as well, the creature may yet serve other ends.
Okay, I was worried. I kind of thought they might, only drain a little bit of our ether. Let's see, earth, fire, wind, water. Yeah.
Are
They
you
did
all
wind
right?
and air in the last one. Tell them all what I just saw.
The Void Sense essence remains, but it has been sealed away, transformed into crystal.
Memoria. Scarmelione called them. I take it they are connected to the war of which you spoke.
Aye. Their use was central to the Contra Memoria, hence its name.
Countering.
And to my knowledge, the transformation is permanent.
I see. We thank you for coming to our aid.
I repaid a debt, and in doing so ensured that I received my own due compensation, which I shall have now.
Yes, yes. I still have work to do, so I would thank you not to get carried away.
There we go. Gonna do this again. Kind of almost vampiric with this.
Ether is the coin of choice. I appreciate the simplicity.
That makes us even, I trust. Right then. When you picked up the crystal, you experienced a vision, did you not?
Yep. And here's what happened.
A dragon resembling a great worm. I dare to hope that it was Azdaja.
Pretty sure it was.
Even as it pains me to think she's been made to suffer.
For the ambitions of this Golbez.
We've been given much to consider. Let us take a moment to review what we know.
You make a great teacher, Y'shtola. Learn something, review it over and over and over and over and over and over again. In light of our recent experiences, I expect we all have questions. I trust Zero can answer some few of them. We should still be owed at least that much, I dare say. Tasselhoof, you've come to the 13th before, yes? You fought Voidsent here? But clearly you didn't know they could regenerate, else you would have shared that detail beforehand. I was in a bit of a rush, yes. From what I know of your foray, I can hardly blame you. Perhaps they returned after you left. But if they didn't, there must be a reason why. There are circumstances in which we're unable to return. If you like, I can tell you about this. Please do. The more you devour, the more powerful you grow. But in the process, your essence is blended with those of your prey. If you were to lose your flesh, the souls you had come to harbor may break free and coalesce into distinct Voidsent once more. Before you yourself return, your own soul might be devoured by your enemies or your erstwhile prey. A fate more likely for stronger beings who require more time to regenerate. However, even assuming you survive the process, it's highly uncommon to return as you were. Yet despite his greater strength, Scarmiglione managed to resurrect rather swiftly. Are there others capable of the same? Not that I'm aware of. His attachment to his flesh must have been unique for him to develop such an ability. I believe we understand the fundamentals of rebirth now. If I may, I would ask you about your power. Will you tell us about it? What you saw should speak for itself. I can bind the aether of the soul in crystal. Many wielded this power during the Contra Memoria, but I'm the only one left. How does one come to wield Memoria, and what happened to your peers? I've never thought about that. I do know, though, that Voidsent can't use the power. I assume I can because I'm mortal in part. She said,
I am
Daywalker.
your father's brother's nephew's cousin's former roommate.
What's that make us?
Absolutely nothing.
Hi, Arashi. Thank you very much for the sub there. 6 months. I appreciate it. We got a bean again. How you doing today, Arashi? That bean number 2 of the day. Right now we're at 4 bad, 3 good overall. So giving him a bit of a stir and not looking. Counting all the little dots on my ceiling. Giving him a stir in the mix. Grabbing 1. Not looking at it at all. So you guys can see I hope you can see the color. Okay, here we go. Ooh. Okay. This one I think technically is supposed to be one of the bad flavors, but it's one I don't mind so much. I just got toothpaste. So this green screen colored. Yeah, I thought that is one of the hazards of this. But yes, the light blue, that was definitely toothpaste. Which is a flavor I don't mind at all. So hit a green screen bean. Yep, pretty much. So that puts me, what, 4 and 4. 4 good, 4 bad. The only reason I'm calling the toothpaste, even though it's technically supposed to be a bad flavor, I'm calling it a good one, because I don't mind it, and the brown ones could be either liver and onions or cappuccino. So for me, that would be a bad flavor either way. Well, because they have it, toothpaste or berry blue would be the same color. So that's why I see them labeling toothpaste as the bad one. Because that berry blue would be the good one of that color. But like I said, the brown would be either liver and onions or cappuccino, and I would hate both of those flavors. So I'm going 4 and 4. Well, thanks again for the 6 months there, Arashi. Of course, I'm going to have the toothpaste flavor twice in my mouth today. Once from that bean, once when I get ready for work and brush my teeth. 0. I wish to ask you about the man called Golbez. He may well have my sister in his clutches. Is there aught you can tell us of him? The name sounds vaguely familiar, though I can't say how I know it. If he is powerful, however, someone in the castle may have heard of him. Then we must try talking to the other Voidsent again. Let us entrust the task to Tasselhoof. His echo will help facilitate communication. More importantly, he should be able to maintain his composure better than a concerned sibling. That I cannot deny. Forgive me, but will you not ask about Golbez in my stead? On the terraces to begin with, perhaps. Thank you. We shall remain here and discuss what other avenues we might pursue in the meantime. So I'm gonna go wandering around the terraces of the Void Castle all by my lonesome. Actually, you know what? One thing I want to do. So my carbuncle is facing the wrong way. No carbuncle. Turn around. Actually, I wonder, can I just... No, it's... I think that's about the best I'm gonna get. There. Passage to Hydrometric Terraces. There's a nice handy shortcut. I can have my mount here, but I can't have any of my minions. Yep, the Fearful Void Scent was very helpful last time. Let's start there. So the clever one hadn't been eaten. If no one wants it, then perhaps... Nope, it's not that no one wants it. Golbez, of course I know of him. Only a fool without ears wouldn't. His archfiends lead armies to ravage and conquest. They devour those they deem useless. Those who can't fight. If you don't want to be eaten, then you had better flee, though soon there will be nowhere to run. So the archfiends keep only those who are fit for battle. Others must escape or be consumed. Are you done pining about your beautiful mistress? The one who devoured her thighs. Perhaps the mistress will return. Then I may bask in her gaze again. Yeah, you're as useless as you were before. Golbez, you say? My mistress spoke of him. He commands the Archfiends. They are very powerful and have conquered many domains. The mistress bade us defend the castle from them. Yes, she did. The Archfiends have been attacking other domains. Their fearsome reputation precedes them. The tasty one returns to tempt me. I mustn't eat you. I mustn't eat you. Golbez, I know of him from those I've eaten. He has minions. Those minions have minions. No one ever sees him. His army of minions, Golbez would seldom have need to act personally. It will not be easy to reach him. If you're gonna have me running around like this, can I at least fly? But flight is based on aether currents, and there's no aether here, so, well, no aether currents, no free-floating aether here. So... Kind of hoping for another dungeon queue here before long. Welcome back, Tetzelhoff. What are you able to learn out of value? Because that dungeon queue, I can go back and finish touching base and updating my island sanctuary. So countless voids enter to the Archfiends, who in turn answer to Golbez, as your vision did suggest. Scarmiglion's aggression is also consistent with the claims that the Archfiends conquer other domains. The question is, how do we reach Golbez if he surrounds himself with armies of minions? We could target his other Archfiends, or perhaps those who have fled his service. Either may yield useful information. That said, we can't do much while we're stuck on this isle. Zero, I would ask a favor of you. I am determined to save my sister Azdaja. If there is even a faint possibility that Golbez has her, then I must find him. To that end, I want you to lend us your strength and knowledge. Will you accompany us on our quest? Forgotten the way of my world already? If you want my help, offer payment. None here will aid you out of the kindness of their hearts. Any who claim otherwise are liars and betrayers. Or is this less a request and more a threat? If I refuse, will you force me to serve? Can offer you protection. Surely you must desire something. Name it. I almost hate to do this one, but I know ultimately the story is going to play out the same either way. I have no purpose. Why would I desire anything? That's why I didn't bother to resist when the ones here fell upon me. What matters in a world that's already dead? By that logic, you've no reason to refuse our requests. The payment need but be your satisfaction, correct? Did I not already say as much from the start? Very well, Zero. I propose you travel with us, and whenever you perform a deed that requires payment, we will provide it in aether. That's all you had to say. Everything else was superfluous. Fair point. Where to now? Either a place the Archfiends may strike next, or where refugees and deserters may seek sanctuary. I know the latter. I'll take you there. I assume you also know how we can get off this isle? I was brought here on a mount. We can leave the same way. Now that you mention it, I did notice some flying creatures near the terraces. Given our numbers, we'll need a large one. Regardless of size, all can be won over with aether. Excellent. Let us go find our mount at once. Zero's outfit is cool. Now, Arashi, do you remember when fighting Xenos, the Void Scent that was his Reaper partner? Not good. Lord Golbez must hear of this. Kind of had the dark robes, the menacing, accessories, the hands over their eyes. That's Zero. Using a crystal, we push the darkness off, and that's who was revealed underneath the darkness is Zero. Especially I'm on a griffin. I want to fly. We should be able to find him out here. With the castle in disarray, the creatures will be hungry. Just a little aether should suffice. Are you ready?
There it is.
Sending the aether up like a flare. That's an interesting beastie.
Good. It agrees to serve. Get on.
Nothing like a little telepathic communication to seal the deal. When you're communicating mind to mind, it's a bit harder to miscommunicate or lie. Not impossible, just a little bit harder to do. Yeah, I like Zero's up. I might see if my Reaper can do an outfit similar to Zero's. Mind Flayer. That's a rather worn down statue. Just come to speak with refugees.
What is this place?
My domain.
Your domain?
In the beginning, it was a sanctuary for me alone. But over time, others began to gather here. Those who had nowhere else to go.
A settlement of pariahs.
So we fought many of these.
Mortals! They're mortals! What's in thy sleeper? Let me have some, let me have some!
Just flashing her ether there a little bit.
You are under my protection here and will not be harmed. I give you my word.
She just flexed a little spiritual muscle there, and everybody else backed off.
Follow me.
It's like, follow me, and just in case, stay close. This is my abode. The elves won't come near, so you may be at ease. Well, they know their place. If tantalizing aether were to walk by, I can't guarantee they wouldn't pounce. It is a void sense nature to consume, their sole purpose. Even if the pursuit of aether may lead to their undoing, many succumb to instinct. But any who succumb here will have to answer to me. This is my domain's one and only rule, and it is absolute. getting some materia, so we might actually have something else to do. Consider yourselves duly warned. If you wish to go among the Void Sent here, that is your choice to make. All have fled from one master or another, but whether any of those masters in turn serve Golbez, I do not know. You must ask them yourselves. Most have traveled to your world, so it shouldn't be difficult to communicate. We shall go back to making inquiries at once. Thank you for your counsel. Once we've learned all we can, let us reconvene at yonder plaza. You're going too, of course, in which case I shall accompany you. I wish only to observe. Do not expect me to help. Then it's settled. I'm ready when you are. Ready? Then lead the way. I leave it to you to decide with whom you speak. Now accompanying me, yada yada yada. Let's see what this is. I call this my abode, but spend hardly any time here. I return only for meditation. While physical wounds can be healed by replenishing one's aether, you can't preserve your form if you lose sight of yourself. Such is the risk inherent in consuming another's soul. It dilutes your sense of self, alters you inside and out. To guard against this, I meditate. Visualize who I am in a place all my own. So then her contract with Xenos must have kept her away from that for quite some time. Whose likeness is this, you ask? The hero who will save the world. I'm waiting for the day he comes. Or was it a she? I can't remember the details. I don't know how long I've been waiting, or why I even wait. Could you be the hero, perhaps? No, I don't think so. Something tells me I'll know when I meet him. Or her. I'll just have to keep waiting. This is the heart of my domain. Normally it's deserted, but you and yours have drawn everyone out. I don't recall this statue, though. However it came to be here, I certainly didn't wish for it. It is an interesting-looking statue, if well worn. Let's see if we can transfer that statue into Power Wash Simulator and give it a good cleaning. You're one of the mortals. Is it true? When you die over there, you really die? So it is, so it is. What brings you here then? Ah yes, Golbez. He seeks strong minions to grow his army, so I hear. But recently, he stopped doing that. Instead, he devours all. Perhaps he's gathered enough fodder and is now intent on bolstering his own strength. Sure sign he's about to make a move. And you're the type that was just talking about the mistress. To walk around with her like that. You're her minion then? You know I don't take minions. He has some questions and I want you to answer them. Golbez? I don't know that one. Only Skathak. When she led us beyond the veil, I grew scared and fled. I've been here since. I don't know anyone else, nor do I wish to. That's all I can tell you. Skathas was a powerful void sent who ruled over a vast domain. That was a long time ago, though, so I doubt she has any connection to Golbez. Unless she went to the mortal realm, because Golbez was attacking. I didn't want to do that. Oh, it's okay. Rules, stay away from me. If you don't want to be eaten, stay away. Golbez, Golbez. I've heard the name before. Ah, I remember. Always speaking of a great crusade. I don't know what that is, but it sounds delicious. Crusade, you say? From whom did you hear this? Farfarolo. He was a minion of another minion. He went on and on about the terrible things he saw. I see. Perhaps Farfarolo can tell us more. Satisfied with what you've learned? But let's step away before you become too tempting to resist. Seems the rumors of Golbez reach even my remote domain. Fair to assume he's gathering strength for his crusade, whatever that may be. But I must say, I wouldn't have guessed that Farfarolo once fought in Golbez's army. It's a miracle he survived serving an archfiend. I suppose I should explain. Farfarolo is the weakest among us. Constantly in fear of being devoured, he seldom consorts with others. The only one he's comfortable with is Serratio. He's a fellow coward who runs the instant he senses a threat, and won't stop until he's exhausted. When their hunger grows too intense, they feed on each other's aether. Such is their relationship. So you might say they're codependent then. But I ramble. You intend to seek out Farfarolo, I presume. Then I'll come with you. He's less likely to hide that way. Meanwhile, elsewhere... Yep. There's a throne that's extinguished.
Not only did the mortals conquer Troia, they defeated Scarmalione. I struggle to believe it. They're very small, my lords. They were aided by one of our world, who transformed Scarmalione's soul into crystal. Crystal? This one speaks of memoriam. Now there's something I've not heard for an age. It'll bring a pang of nostalgia to my breast and a tear to my eye. The very notion was an absurd! Drowned in darkness. That's what we all.
And yet Scarmalione still does not answer.
Nope, and he's not gonna either.
Were he alive, he would have returned by now. Weakest though he was, his ability to regenerate was without peer. If this account is true, if a Memoriat has survived, they cannot be suffered to live.
Leave this matter to me, Lord Golbez. I, Barbaricia, shall strike down any who pose a threat to our plans.
I think me and Garuda might argue just
You
that.
are a proven commander, well suited to leading an assault.
And when I have succeeded, I would beg a boon of you.
What do you desire?
The dragon's ether. All that remains.
Insolence. No place.
So Azdaja still lives.
With respect, my locks are free as the wind, without incentive to sway them. I know not whither they will blow.
Boldly spoken. I trust you will not disappoint me.
I have a feeling he's not somebody you want to disappoint.
Upon this flowing hair and my immortal soul, I will not fail.
Yes, you will.
Go and impress upon these interlopers the futility of defiance.
My lord.
Now see, That's what we need to do with Zoom meetings. You set up a scene like that. Just put the faces of the people on each of those statue pieces. And then you're just speaking to these glowing floating charms. Hey, Yuchi, how goes it? Farfarolo keeps to the fringes of my domain. This way. The void sent here don't answer to a master. They can do as they please. But all must answer to the hunger and seek out prey when they need aether. You're good. My day's going good so far. Actually, kind of getting started with stream and then gonna head off to work here in a couple hours. When he takes flight, Serratio will not seek shelter until he is utterly spent. Farfarolo, on the other hand, prefers to hide in the same place. Come. Whatever will I do now? Serratio, this is rather unexpected. Where is Farfarolo? Farfarolo isn't here anymore. He's left. Yeah, that's right. Left? That doesn't sound like him at all. Well, he's gone, all right. What more do you want me to say? And off he flees, as he is wont to do. Something about this doesn't sit well with me. What do you make of Serratio's behavior? Seemed frightened, yeah. So I know it's only been a short time since we talked last, but any other future prospects, study-wise? No, he would run in circles until he could run no more. That's his nature. As he says, Farfarolo is gone, but that is quite unusual. As is the fact that Serratio, who was clearly frightened by something, chose not to flee, but instead hide here, where Farfarolo usually... No. We must go after Serratio now. Serratio, we need to talk. There's no time. The wind rises. We must flee. You really gotta make me chase you? After him. That's a fountain in desperate need of a good cleaning right there. What's gotten into you? What do you mean the wind rises? When the wind rises, she comes. Barbaricia. Barbaricia? Who in the world is that? We must flee, all of us. There's no time. I don't sense anything, but he seems convinced. To dead end and beyond. We'll corner him. Fully voiced cutscene? Or one I still need to voice. We're doomed. There's nowhere to run. What are you running from? I already told you. Barbaricia, the Archfiend of Wind. Archfiend, you say? We will be devoured or forced to serve, to fight in the crusade. But it makes no difference. In the end, All are eaten by her or her enemies. I don't want to fight anymore. That's why I fled and came here. I see. That explains everything. Almost. I thought it was Farfarello who used to serve an archfiend, not you. Not you who always ran at the first sight of trouble. You who now speaks as though you were Barbaricia's minion. There's only one explanation. He devoured Farfarello, didn't he? Indeed, that would account for his uncharacteristic behavior. So, is that the way of it? Did you devour Farfarello? And not just a portion of his aether, but his entire being. How did you know? It wasn't only your behavior that felt strange. You felt strange, as if there was more than you present. Now, I don't believe you would have lost control. More likely it was at Farfarello's behest. What a better place to hide than inside another void scent? I can't hide anything from you. I admit it. Farfarello didn't leave. I ate him. I mean, that one guy by himself is, what, 8, 7 mouths to feed? So yeah, I can understand him eating down a whole somebody. He feared Barbaricia more than anything. Hated the endless fighting. So he begged me to devour him, that he would never have to fight again. Rather than an eternity of fighting, he chose a moment of pain. For all the good it did, I can still hear his voice in my head. He's frightened, so very frightened. When you're eaten, your essence is blended with that of your devourer. And though you have no control, your consciousness in part endures. Were this a world where the wheel of life and death still turned, the soul wouldn't linger so stubbornly. In time, it would return to the great flow. But there's no such end here, no escape. All know this, in making his choice, Farfarello must have been desperate indeed. And now that desperation has joined with Siriacio's fear, driving him to act erratically. This place will become a battlefield. We don't want to be eaten, neither me or Farfarello. But there's nowhere to go. Nowhere! Then tell me about Barbaricia. I would know who it is we face. It's too late. She's as good as here, and no one can escape her winds. No one! Okay, is this going to set up like a trial we can queue for? Or is it a duty fight? A trial? A trial!
And she's brought her domain with her.
Okay, so it looks like it's a dungeon run will do.
The Archfiend's after you and yours, I shouldn't doubt. Perhaps you should go and find them. But be warned, whatever this is about, do not expect us to get involved.
I can't bear it! Eating and being eaten! I only want to be left in peace!
You and me both.
I'm going to behave on a thought that just entered my head. I'll be nice.
One of the Archfiends approaches.
Yep.
They must have been tracking our movements.
She's here.
Breeze has picked up a little bit. That is a big sword. That's a whole lot of hair. How does she keep from giving herself a massive haircut? while training with that sword.
You've saved me the trouble of traveling to Troia.
So you're Barbaricia.
Mind your manners, mortal. My name is not to be spoken, save in reverence and fear.
I'll say your name with a big ol' up yours at the end of it.
What is this pitiful
The
domain?
grumpy-looking potato.
Pitiful wretches all. I will put you out of your misery.
I think not. It kills him, and then she's gonna absorb their aether. That is
Alas, poor
again, that is a
Scarmiglione.
big sword.
And good riddance. Felled by outsiders in pursuit of what? Pray tell.
A dragon. One who crossed to this world thousands of years ago. Know you aught of it?
A dragon, you say?
A dragon! A dragon! A dragon!
Huh. My Lord Golbez is more clever than I realized. To let the prize live, that it might lure more prey to us.
Is that supposed to be like the equivalent
Very
of a
well.
dagger at her
In
right hip?
gratitude and service,
Or just a finer
I shall devour every
bladed
last
sword?
mote of their souls.
Where is she? Where is Azdaja?
Huh. You even share its scent. How curious. And irresistible.
Of course the dragons share scent.
Easy prey.
They're siblings. They're clutch mates.
Unlike Scarmiglione, I need not skulk in shadow to claim what is mine. If you would know about the dragon you seek, then enter into my domain. You may flee instead if you wish, if the fate of the sorry lot here is of no concern to you.
Ooh, excuse
One
me.
way or another, I will have satisfaction.
I don't know, going into the right parts of town wearing an outfit like that, I'm sure there's all kinds of satisfaction. If I was Zero
What's
right
the
now,
plan, then?
I'd be pissed because she left a hole in your domain. I mean, we'll be playing right into her hands if we go, but what else are we going to do? We got to go after her.
Indeed. Yet she will have the upper hand in her domain. We must be no less than fully prepared.
We find her and get our answers. Will you be joining us, Zero?
You may be easily goaded into accepting her challenge, but my curiosity is not so insatiable as to cloud my judgment. Nevertheless, if you are desperate for my aid, you know my price.
I shall pay it.
For
So long
Sean.
as you leave me strength enough to see my sister home, you may take as much as you wish. And lest you forget, mine is no ordinary ether. Barbaricia too recognized its potency.
Ooh. When you absorb someone's aether,
Very well.
I mean, they've
have a
been saying
bargain.
it in a context of, you know, entire somebody's aether. A portion of you absorb a portion of them. So I wonder how much of Y'shtola is now in Zero. The Archfiends are all much more powerful now, having absorbed some of Azdaja's aether. Last time we give the enemy to prepare, the better. If everyone is ready, let us set forth. Indeed, and yet my heart weighs heavily for those Barbaricia stuck down. Were it not for us, she would not have come here. should you require a moment, Zero. For what? Barisha took what she could. She was wise to strike quickly, as we would be. Agreed. This is no time for sentiment. Only the battle matters now. Let's see. Piety, battle dance, skill speed, spell speed. It's 9s. We'll do that. Warning before we go face Barisha. A word of warning. Barisha spoke as if she would give us answers if we were to defeat her. But even assuming she'll talk, which I doubt, I trust I needn't tell you how foolish it is to give an archfiend a second chance. Best to seal her away at the earliest opportunity. If you wish to peer into her past, the Memoria will suffice. I'll try, but I make no guarantees. I can't affect when the echo does and doesn't, happen. You do that. And if you fail, well, you'll just have to search elsewhere for answers. Rest assured, this won't be our last opportunity to learn about Azdaja. If another archfiend were to fall, Golbez would surely be compelled to respond. We need only wait for a quarry to come to us. Indeed, if our struggles with Scarmiglione taught us aught, 'tis that we must hold nothing back when facing an archfiend. Let us heed Zero's advice and seal her away at the earliest opportunity. If we're all in agreement, then let us be off. We travel by Nisroch. Yep. I know I keep playing with the accents, but I've never been really good with it. Wow. That's a lot of hair.
You're not the only ones who can ride the wind.
Nice. The Dragoon jump technique, just jump on a fiend. I'm just sitting there.
I siege of Barisha.
There she is. Looks like this might be a trial. Going right to face her directly. But again, that's a lot of hair. Yep. Yep, this is a trial. These are the hairy islands. Storm's Crown now accessible. Of course, with all these islands in different sizes and shapes, and all that hair, you're gonna need different styles. One might say you would need various hairy styles. Okay, I'm done now. Take that out. Storm's Crown. Registered. Okay. So now, while we wait for that to trigger, back to the dry docks. I had to. I mean, it was there. I had to. As soon as I said there were hairy islands, the thought came into my head. I just had to shape. Okay. So I believe I was in the midst of feeding all my animals to the pasture. When that last dungeon popped. Wrong way. feed. Do that. Let's see. So you've already been fed. There's one thing I like, that you can tell who you fed and who you haven't based on who has a name above them. Ground squirrel. I do believe that should be everybody's now happily fed. Yep. So now we gather to get their leavings. Claw, okay. Might get at least one egg out of these guys. Yep, got 2 fleece and an egg out of those guys. Chocobo! We got some fur. Now, again, that looks like a very feathered type creature. How are we getting fur out of it? Chocobo, yeah. Carapace and a fang. Lost lambs we get wool and milk out of. The cookies. We get fur out of a chocobo by feeding it cookies. Okay. Okay, now actually I'm going to go ahead and I don't judge the method, it's more the ingredients. Oops, wrong. Okay. That should be enough to last us a few days. Happy enough and fed right now. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Okay, so now they'll all automatically be fed and increased in happiness. So I don't really, now I'm going to be spending 200 calories a day to have everything under care and taken care of. Just make sure. Okay, still got plenty of supplies for stuff to be manufactured for the rest of the day today. I'm just doing this right now while I wait for the dungeon to pop. So I've got this area up over here. I could put in another landmark. We're recycling nutrients, yeah. The egg is not an egg anymore within the cookie. Yeah, because I mean, there's still protein in egg. There's still lots of egg-laying creatures that don't even eat their own eggs, but they'll eat eggs of others. So feeding something that lays eggs is, you know, that's fine. Oh. Okay. So I think I'm going to put in another granary, because that will allow me to gather resources. Gather more resources. So let me just peek. Granary. Okay, I'm going to need more palm logs, clay, and I've got the vines. So palm logs and clay. But yeah, how do you get fur out of a feathered creature? That's the big question. Whether you feed it cookies or not. First time here. So my Carby should still be with us. Empress of the Winds, Barbaria. Enjoy, it's a fun one.
Come, give yourselves to my scouring winds that I may feast upon your essence.
Oh, so meant to do /T. So we're doing some painting. Counting down.
Such rich,
Here we go.
exquisite evening. My head shimmers with anticipation.
Four. That hurt.
Oh no!
Hair raid. Okay, when she does hair raid, move in the direction she's going. She does not give you any time after she moves to get out of the way of that attack.
My legs are as the wind.
Whoa.
Soft,
Nope.
strong, and free.
Okay, that was an interesting mechanic on that attack. We literally just get hit with an attack called Hairspray. Oh. Yeah, I'll get the automata here in a second.
You feel it too, do you not?
Oh, she's not doing just the 2 diagonal attacks this time.
You've done well.
Oh. Now she's got an attack called Curling Iron.
The battle has only just begun.
As if hairspray wasn't bad enough, now we're getting hit by a curling iron. Her hair's a lot... I was gonna say her hair's shorter, but no, it's just wrapped around her whole body now. Okay, when she gets a haircut, she gets pissy. Knuckle drum attack.
Feel my fury.
Nope, 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 nope.
Know your place.
I'm not sure where I want to be on this. Die already! So much going on.
Be gone from my sight.
Dodging these tornadoes.
Be insolent.
Knuckle drum attack. She really likes that attack.
No,
oh.
I will not be denied.
Yes, you will. Oy. The one person left in the battle to offer up a commendation to. Everybody else left while I was watching that final cutscene. And they couldn't give me a commendation. How bad is that?
There's still time. With more of the dragon's ether, I can yet...
No.
You're finished. Damn
And you know what I will say? She's begging for more, demanding we obey her, getting all pissy when we don't do what she does, and that was almost a Karen haircut right there too. Like I said, and she got really pissy when she went from the long hair to the short haircut. I doubt that was an intentional thing by the devs, but I'm still making the connection.
Well done.
Her minions too are all crystallized or scattered. The day is ours.
What of my sister? Tell me you learned something about Azdaja.
Not yet. Give me a second to actually have the vision.
So the Archfiend and her crystal yielded not.
Our efforts have not been entirely fruitless. We have deprived your sister's captor of another powerful champion. With Zero, we may yet challenge Golbez and his minions.
Indeed. We could not have come this far without your aid.
Real easy to take care of minions.
Zero.
Take a bunch of bananas and throw them in the other direction. And all the minions will go after the bananas, and you can go after Golbez.
I but fulfilled my part of the bargain. And now I will have my...
Is she getting a vision? Or is she just drained?
Her ether is nearly spent. Perhaps unsurprising given how much power she used.
I wouldn't want to face another Archfiend without her. We should hurry back to Zero's domain.
Agreed. Eager though I am to continue, it would be unwise to risk our lives for the sake of haste. Let us suspend the mission and tend to Zero.
Okay, so the war was called Contra Memoria. Countering those who could seal Aether into crystals. While Zero remains unconscious, she appears otherwise fine. And so far as I can discern at any rate. Being part void sent, her physiology may be rather different from ours. Let us observe her for a while as we discuss our next move. Heaven's Eye, Savage Aim, and Savage Might. Probably go Savage Aim on that. Okay, I'm going to do this to start the next step in the story quest. And then I think we'll visit the island again briefly, and then wrap up for the day. How long do you suppose she will remain this way? I haven't the faintest inkling, nor can I say whether the aether we can afford to share will be enough to awaken her. 'Twould be best to take her back with us to the source. There she would be guaranteed all she requires. Zero cannot give her consent, but it seems we have no choice. The alternative would be to leave her here, defenseless. Should she later desire it, we can bring her home. Tasselhoff, might I ask you to hold on to Barbaricia's Memoria? It may yet serve a purpose. Yeah, I got this. Oh, what happened to her? You have business with Zero? We have a newcomer, a former minion of Barbaricia. Let her know when she wakes, will you? Barbaricia's minion. Why not go find this newcomer? So we have something to tell Zero, if nothing else. Indeed. May I trouble you to join me, Tasselhoff? With luck, we might learn something of Golbez. Alrighty. So next week's when we'll learn. Just come over here and peek and see Deserter Void Scent. Okay. Next week we will see what this deserter has to say. Right now, let's go ahead and get back to the island. I wish there was a way to teleport directly to the island, but there isn't. Excuse me. Gotta go to the dry docks, then catch a ferry out to the island. Okay. I want to get that other granary up and going. No. No. There we go. Get that other granary up and going so I can have more expeditions out gathering resources. And then make sure that the day's manufacturing products, I also have enough supplies for that. And then we'll wrap things up. So there's a vacant plot. Make a granary. I need 3 more palm logs and 6 island clay, which come from the dirt piles of dirt. So I need the logs, which I get from 2 along trees and mahogany trees. Not apple trees. Apple trees just give me apples and vines. Okay. Then we need the mounds of dirt. Let's say we needed 6. So there's 1. I just figured I'd hit that white stone while I was here. 2 and 3. There'll be an extra here. Plot. Yep, we have enough of everything to make the, oh no, granary is what we're looking at. Oh, I need 3 palm logs, too. Gonna grab vine and sugarcane from this real quick. What's right here? So I need 3 palm trees. That's a 2 along. I think there's some palms over here by the beach. Just snagging a few other random resources I'm going to need for other stuff whilst I'm out here. That's the wild popoto. Yes, that's what I need. Some of those. To keep my wild popotos growing. Back at the base. That's parsnips. I don't need the parsnips. I'll grab them while they're here. Let's say I need 3 palm. Geronimo! That's Parsnip. And again, Geronimo! And the agave, here we'll get some hemp from them while we're walking by. Because the palm trees are down around this way. Oh, I saw a palm tree. There we go. We need 3 of these. So there's one. But there's other spots on the island where the palm trees are more numerous. But we're right here. There's a 2 right up over here. And one more. Dirt. Got a palm tree. Okay. Yeah, when you're on your island, you can teleport to here real easy. But you can't teleport to there when you're off the island. So there's the... Okay, construct a granary. I cannot construct any more. I can only make 2. I can only make 2 granaries. Well, then you know what? This is going to stay vacant until the island tears up again, and I can construct a 3rd. I have enough resources to make... Yeah! Let's get the boiling bathhouse going. So it'll be done in about 12 hours. 1 a.m. Yeah. So let me make sure I have enough resources. Nope, I need to go grab some more limestone and clay to be able to manufacture the stuff that's scheduled. Was it 3 limestone, 1 clay? Yep. So we'll grab that so my workshop can keep working. So we just went through a whole lot of palm logs. Let's grab a couple more while we're here. We're so close to leveling up the island too. That's a parsnip. 3 limestone, 1 clay. Okay, limestone's taken care of. Grabbing some extra, because you always need extra. Come back over here where we had the dirt. And grab the clay. So with the mammoths taking care of the stuff they're taking care of, it's costing me 200 calories a day to have them maintain it. So as long as I can keep manufacturing things that get me at least 200 calories a day, I'm good to go. I grabbed extra, so I should have, yeah. I've got a lot of sand. So, of course, that's the Seafarer's calories. Islanders' calories are different currency altogether. I'm going to export everything we have more than 50 of. I will say at least that's a it's a real world day, so it's not too bad. As far as expenses go. Oh, okay. So the basic resources get me Islanders. I just picked up 48 Seafarer's calories. And I just picked up another 200 Seafarer's calories with the stuff that the workshop had made and already shipped. So one workshop has already covered our day's expenses. Everything else here will be extra. So we're so close. And these guys I just picked up earlier. It'll be 3 a.m. local time before they pick up again, which is why I wanted to get a third one going. Maybe 2 is all I'm ever allowed to have. I'll check after the next level up. So, with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up for the day. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for the subs, Arashi and Ember. Thanks for hanging out and chatting, everybody. If you're watching this on YouTube, which it will be going live on Fridays, be sure and hit the like button and hit the subscribe button and ring ding rang clang that bell so you know when I go live, when videos like this one go up. And Ember's telling me to poke to Fluffy. I'm guessing Fluffy's probably live and a good raid target, so I will definitely be considering that. And yes, Ember right up there saying hello to YouTube if you're watching this there. So schedule will still be Raft on Saturday, but that'll be it. It'll be a shorter than normal stream. And then Sunday we'll be doing Control, and we'll just do a couple hours of Control, and that's it. And then Tuesday, live on YouTube with more Heavens of Sorcery. We got more Astral stuff unlocked. We've got 2 new dimensions that we'll be going into on the next Heavens of Sorcery stream. That'll be live over there. And then we'll be back here Thursday again for more Final Fantasy XIV. So I hope to see you all around. Have a good one. And just keep being the wonderful people that you are. And yeah, for here on twitch.tv/Elecnor for the Thursdays and Saturdays and Sundays. Let's go find somebody to raid. Bye-bye now.